my name is Devin, and this is Go With The Flow. Today we're talking about female reproductive anatomy. The reason we're talking about this is because it's important to be comfortable talking about your body so that you can know how to take care of your body. To be able to talk to your healthcare provider with a working knowledge of how your body works, where everything's located, and what it's called can be really empowering. Another reason we're talking about it is because people don't talk about it, and we have a lot of words for female genitals. Axe wound, badly wrapped kebab, bald man in a boat, bean, blue waffle, box, bread, boujou, camel's foot, camel's toe, candy, cherry, cha-cha, cho-cha, fur burger, fur pie, hoo-hoo, hot pocket, incision, juke, kitty, minge, moose knuckle, muff, muffin, nana, poo-tang, punani, puss, roast beef, slit, smush mitten, snatch, sniz, tampon tunnel, trim, twat, twitch it, badge, vajayjay, vertical smile, whispering eye, woo, and wooget. You get the idea. We call our bodies a lot of names, but rarely do we ever actually call it a vagina or a vulva, which is weird because there's nothing wrong with those words. There's nothing wrong with talking about our bodies. There's nothing gross or shameful or upsetting about them. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about how they work, what they're called, and why they're awesome. So, starting with how they work. This gorgeous thing is our female reproductive system. Clearly, I wasn't an art major in college. Female reproductive anatomy actually starts out in kind of a surprising place. The brain. Not a lot of people consider the brain to be part of the reproductive system, but in actuality, it plays a really important part in starting puberty and menstruation. What the brain does is it releases these chemicals called hormones. These chemicals travel through the bloodstream and start communicating with the rest of the reproductive system, starting with the ovaries. As you can see, most female bodies have 2 ovaries. These ovaries take turns every month ripening several eggs and then choosing the very best one to release. Fun facts about ovaries and the eggs they produce. Ovaries are about the size of almonds, and eggs are about the size of a period at the end of a sentence in a book. At puberty, your body has 400,000 eggs, which is really nothing compared to the body at 20 weeks, when you're still growing inside your mother's uterus. Then, your body has 6 to 7 million, which is more than your body could ever possibly need. What this means is that the ovaries go through and choose the very best eggs to ripen and release, which makes you 1 in a million. Once the egg is released from the ovary, it's caught by the fimbria, these right here. The fimbria are long tendrils attached to the end of the fallopian tubes. Instead of actually touching the egg, they just gently caress it, and they seduce the egg into the fallopian tubes. The fallopian tubes, despite what my fantastic drawing shows here, are actually incredibly thin. If you were to take 4 or 5 hairs and twist them together, that's about how thick the fallopian tubes are. The egg enters into the fallopian tubes and it travels through it for 1 to 3 days. If there was a possibility for fertilization, this is where it happens, inside of the fallopian tubes. The fallopian tubes move the egg towards the uterus through the use of little tendrils called cilia. These cilia pulse and create a type of current that moves the egg towards the uterus, which has been busily preparing for the possibility of a fertilized egg by building up a uterine lining made of blood and nutrients and everything that a growing baby could possibly need. Fun facts about the uterus. Not only is it also called the womb, but it's about the size of a small pear or your fist. If you were to take your fist, make a thumbs up, stick that thumb in your belly button, and drop it down, that's about where your uterus sits in your body. The uterus is also one of the strongest muscles in the body. Not only can it contract and cramp to expel a baby through the cervix, it can also grow to the size of a watermelon and back down to the size of a pear in 2 weeks, which is really pretty extraordinary. If the egg is unfertilized when it reaches the uterus, the rich blood lining that has been built up, your body goes through the process of shedding. This results in your menstrual flow or your period. To exit your body, the uterine lining or menstrual blood goes through the end of the uterus. This is called the cervix, and the cervix has a small opening in it called the os. The os exits into the vagina, which leads out of the body. The vagina, or this vortex of pink squiggly lines here, seems to have a lot of confusion around it. People seem to think that the vulva, which we'll get to in a minute, is the same thing as the vagina, when in actuality, the vagina is an internal structure. It's the passageway between the uterus and the outside world. It's made of muscular folds of tissue that can expand to accommodate things like childbirth or tampons. The vagina is also one of the cleanest parts of the body. It has its own ecosystem that's self-regulating. It's able to take care of bacteria and essentially keep itself clean. Just soap and water in the shower, people. Trust me, yeast infections and UTIs are not pleasant. Once your menstrual flow has left the uterus and traveled through the vagina, it exits your body here, the vaginal opening. The vaginal opening sits within a larger structure called the vulva. The vulva is made up of several parts. You have the outer lips, also known as the labia majora. You have the inner lips, also known as the labia minora. You have the urethral opening, which is where urine exits the body. You have the vaginal opening, which is where your menstrual flow or a baby would exit the body. And you have the clitoris. Fun facts about the clitoris. It sits at the top of the vulva under the clitoral hood. The clitoris is the only organ in the body made completely and utterly for pleasure. The clitoris has 8,000 nerve endings, which is more than your lips or your fingertips. A lot of people find pleasure in touching their clitoris. This is called masturbation, and there's nothing wrong or dirty or shameful about it. However, you should do whatever is comfortable for your own body. If you want to touch it, if you have that need or that desire, then you should go ahead and feel confident in that decision. But a lot of cultures around the world have very different beliefs around the clitoris, and it's up to you to decide what you believe and how you want to treat your body. Knowing how you want to treat your body is an important aspect of knowing how to take care of your body. So I hope this video has taught you how your body works, what all your parts are called, and giving you lots of information so that you can use that to help yourself make healthy, good decisions for what's best for you. So, if you have any questions, please email me at goflow28@gmail.com, and I hope you learned something new today.